Alright, now we're on to Warrior for Season of Discovery changes. Warrior, as everyone knows, is absolute king in PvE DPS. So I'm actually expecting them to not get just a lot of crazy stuff. But we'll see. Maybe they'll just be absolutely broken. Blood Frenzy. Each time you deal bleed damage, you gain 3 rage. Okay. Flagellation. Gain 25% bonus to physical damage done for 12 seconds after activating Blood Rage or Berserker Rage. Okay. Raging Blow. A ferocious strike that deals 100% weapon. It can only be used while in Rage, Berserker Rage, or Blood Rage is active. Alright. Warbringer. Your charge, intercept, and intervene. Okay, so they're getting intervene in Classic. Okay. Are now usable while in combat and in any stance. And will remove all movement and parrying effects when activated. Okay. Alright. They're not messing around in PvP anymore. Just devastate while you're in defensive stance and have a shield equipped. Sunder armor now also deals 100% weapon damage, increased by 10% per application of Sunder armor already on the target. Everybody's going to be dealing a lot more damage, so it makes sense that we see the default best tank actually have to gain more threat. So, not surprising here. Endless Rage. Gain the Endless Rage ability. You generate 25% more rage from all damage you deal. Alright, Quick Strike. Reckless instant melee strike with your two-handed weapon, dealing attack power physical damage. This ability benefits from all triggers and effects associated with Heroic Strike. Single-minded Fury. While dual wielding, your physical damage and movement speed are increased by 10%. Oh, and they have a 5th here. A Victory Rush. Victory Rush. Instantly attack the target, causing attack power, damage, and healing you for 10% of your maximum health. Only usable within 20 seconds after you kill an enemy that yields experience or honor. Alright. But man, Quick Strike. And Raging Below? Hold on here, I'm cooking in the back of my head, but we'll keep reading. It rages you and grants you a 25% melee damage bonus for 12 seconds, or up to a maximum of 12 swings after you exceed 80 rage. Okay, gain Frenzy Assault while wielding a two-handed weapon. Your attack speed is increased by 20%. Thunderclap now increases the time between attacks by an additional 6%. It could be used in any stance. So for AoE tanking, you take Furious Thunder. For single target, you would actually go Consumed by Rage, because you're actually taking enough damage and stuff that maybe you won't be completely rage starved, and you can allow yourself to hit that 80 rage and get this increased melee damage, so you can generate a lot more threat, especially for those like dual wielding Fury prot builds or whatever, the Fury prots out there maybe. But this is interesting. Got me really thinking, because Warriors is a class that I do play at times. And the fact that there are extra buttons that you get to click here. This one requires a two-hander. This requires you to be enraged and stuff. So maybe there's something where you do like a two-handed Fury build. where you like come down here and you pick up in rage. Like if you're actually leveling and stuff, like to me it makes sense that you just kind of come down and you like do this. So you actually have extra buttons to press because you're not going to have Bloodthirst, you're not going to have Mortal Strike. It's not, and your extra things here. I mean, you can just activate things. I mean, you've got a lot of downtime here, but maybe you can actually come in here. Do stuff like this. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Interesting. I think that's probably something that I would consider doing. It wouldn't surprise me, at least at level 25, that two-handed is the meta. That you, because you only get quick strike. I mean, you don't get anything else. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna do like I don't know. Like, you're increasing a little bit of extra damage, so for dual wielding, but you're increasing the damage of what? You don't have. Just put points in here randomly to get to 25. You don't have Whirlwind. You don't have Bloodthirst. You don't have Mortal Strike. So what are you? You're increasing the damage of your white hits by 10%. Which, this being here and benefiting from Heroic Strike's extra damage and stuff might just be more than that 10% bonus. And then you also don't have to have as much like hit rating and stuff for dual wielding. Yeah, it's not going to surprise me at all if this is the correct way. Later on, like as the seasons progress and you actually get Whirlwind and Bloodthirst and stuff, then yeah, like I could see doing all kinds of different stuff. But at level 25, I'm kind of wondering too if it isn't get Blood Frenzy, and that way you're just getting a lot more rage from having deep wounds and stuff. So it could easily be something like this where you're ditching Raging Blow just for the rage to click Quick Strike and just keep Heroic Strike up. I don't know. You're not going to be too rage starved though. So maybe the way to go is Raging Blow. Of course, this doesn't say how much rage these cost. And they could just, you could just be priced out of them and things. I would assume that they would rebalance things if things are just too out of whack. But I went on a little bit here with some theory crafting and stuff, but I'll have to think on this one a lot longer. That's it. I think that's all of them, so we'll just end it here.